Hi, I'm Nika from Lymphoma Action, and in this video I'm going to show you how to tie a headscarf like this. So there may be many reasons why you might choose to wear a headscarf. With treatment for lymphoma, it's sometimes the case that you will lose your hair, and if you're self-conscious about having lost your hair or your hair changing in some way, then a headscarf or a head wrap or a head tie is a very nice way to actually change your look now that you've got a new look. Now, there are many reasons why people choose to wear head wraps. It's not always linked to treatment for lymphoma or any other illnesses. For me personally, I wear head wraps because I enjoy them. I enjoy the way that they change my look, and they're fun. You can get all kinds of different prints and all kinds of different fabrics, and I really enjoy the way that it changes my look. So I will show you how to do this simple wrap. It looks more complex than it is. Trust me, it's really not as complex as it looks, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right now. Okay, so let's get into it. So I just tuck my hair away into a wig cap, which you can get from any store, or if you just Google wig cap or get on all the popular sale sites, I'm sure you'll be able to find it. Now, I have got a scarf, which is a wax printed scarf. What this means is, you know, usually with fabrics, you have a side that's printed, you flip it over and it's faded because most fabrics are only printed on one side. But this is actually genuine African printed wax dyed fabric, which through and through is the same on both sides. So this is about 2 meters by approximately 40 centimeters. So this is quite a big scarf. Now, depending on the size of your head, you'll get a different look to what I achieve right now. But let's just start. So what you want to do is, first of all, fold in the edge of the fabric by about 3 centimeters, and just make sure that you have that fold going all the way end to end. Now, that fold, you need to put that against your head. So I'm going to start from the back, and what you want to do is make sure the ends are roughly the same length. This is actually quite long, and literally just tie the scarf around initially so that it's nice and secure on your head. Many times, if you've tried to tie a headscarf in the past and you don't do this step, you actually miss a trick, and it actually makes the scarf a lot less secure. So that's your little hack to having it actually stay on your head. So when you've done that, you want to start twisting those two ends which you've created. Now, you'll start to see that they start to kind of curl in on themselves a little bit. Tie those in a knot, in a loose loop. So if you can see that, there's a hole in the center of that loop that I've made, and I don't want to close that hole, okay? So you just pull it gently towards itself, and then you start twisting. You'll find that you'll need to twist in the opposite direction just to keep the ends twisting in the same direction that they were. You want to continue that twist, and again tie in another loop, and again it's a loose loop that you don't want to close. You want to kind of keep a little gap here, and then twist in the other way, and then you create a third loop. Depending on the size of your head, you may even be able to create a fourth loop. But like I said, I've got a big head, so 3 is my limit on this. So you want to bring out the flappy bit of fabric that would have gone around your head, and you want to tuck that excess inside the flap. Now, this is quite a nice way to tie your headscarf, especially if you've got not a lot of hair there, because it actually gives some volume on the top. So this flappy bit of fabric that you have tucked the loops into, you want to bring the edges of that into those holes that you've created. So where we tied them into 3 loops, you want to introduce the flappy bits of fabric anywhere into those loops that you've created. So that gives the illusion that there's more kind of volume underneath there. Just tuck it in wherever you see fit, and literally, ta-da, there's your head wrap. And it's very secure. It doesn't look like it, and if you're conscious that it would fall out, use tiny safety pins and literally just tuck them in to places where you can't see the pins, but that you know that it's going to keep the fabric secure. So that's a simple way to tie this style of head wrap. I hope you enjoy. For this style, I will start from the back. So you bury your head in your scarf. What you want to do is make sure the ends are of equal length. Now, I'm going to be looking at the screen just so I can use it as my mirror. Obviously, you'll be doing this in front of a mirror, so your life will be a lot easier. Now, you tuck in that raw edge if you have one. If you don't have a raw edge, then all the better. You tie it around, okay? So if you've had issues with tying headscarves before where they don't stay on, it's often because you're missing this knot. So you literally just tie it around in a simple knot and you start twisting the ends. Now, when you've got enough of a twist, you'll see that they kind of want to curl in on themselves. Tie them around in a loose loop. So you've got this kind of loopy bit here, and that's where you're going to stick your excess fabric through, like that. And then you pull it so it's a little bit tighter around that excessive bit of fabric. Then you continue twisting, and oops, one of the twists you go around, keep twisting it around, and literally you'll be able to find a space and tuck it in. That's all you need to do. The other bit of fabric that's hanging out, again, you twist it in the direction you had been twisting it before. It doesn't matter if you let it go before, you'll find where you were. Trust me, it's really easy. And so you just twist it around until you again find an end and you tuck it in. And that's it. What you want to do is you want to tie, you don't want to tie anything yet. You want to fold it in half. So corner to corner, so that you have a big triangle. Now, for me, because I've got a big head, I want to adjust the edges of the triangle. You're going to see why in a little while. And I want to put the longest bit of the triangle against my head. So starting from the back, I'll flap that over the front and grab the two ends that aren't at the front. So you want to just bring those across each other, bring it through to tie it in a loop here. Now, if you've ever had any issues with headscarves not staying on your head, often it's because you're missing this tie here. So you want to literally tie it and pull it as tight as is comfortable for you, just so you can feel it's firm enough to actually stay put. And you want to tie these two ends in a slip knot, or well, just how you tie a shoelace basically. Now all this excess stuff, you're not going to want that around too much, so just twist that around the kind of knot that you've created, leaving this bit out all the time. Okay, so with that bit that's excessive, this is going to hide all sins. So you bring this literally up and around all of the excess fabric that you created with that knot that you made, and you literally tuck it in underneath and around itself. I'll make it look a bit neater in a moment, don't worry. So you tuck that down, tuck it down, tuck it down. So you're gonna have a little bit of a bulk of fabric here. You can leave it, or leave the ends I should say, or you can tuck them in as you see fit. Now you may have flappy bits on the top, and you literally can tuck them into the sides of the scarf, because there'll naturally be two kind of folds that are created at the top. Trust the fabric to work for you and just manipulate it how you see fit. You can use safety pins if you feel that it's not going to stay in place, or you can use what are those other pins called? Just the kind of dressmaking pins to make sure that it stays in place. And once you're happy, that's it. Just tuck. And that's it. There's your look. There's your really quick and simple way to tie a headscarf. Okay, enjoy.